Guys, y'all6 and welcome back to the channel. So last week we had an EDC competition. It was great. A lot of good comments, a lot of good, just good stuff, guys. I love seeing guns. I love to seeing different EDCs, and some of you guys do as well. So with that being said, one of you guys asked about the whole no-lethal or less than lethal tactics or items, like why don't you have an OC or pepper spray? Why don't you have a taser? Maybe why don't you have a stun gun and things like that. Now guys, I gotta tell you, me personally, I don't think it's necessary at all. I think unless you work in a gun-free zone where you cannot bring a gun, then I will bring an item like that. But overall, I think you're pretty good with a gun. With a multi-tool, a folding knife, a good flashlight, and a belt. I think that's a pretty set up EDC. I think that's very, very good. But with that being said, guys, I gotta tell you, back in 2007, I went to the non-lethal instructor course in Missouri for Leonardwood. Right, there you go. Army Post, if you've never been there, I gotta tell you guys, it's a very small city or place with a Walmart, a couple of businesses, and an Army Post. Some of you Army guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, that place just sucks. Nothing there. But anyways, being there, I went through the whole qualification to be an instructor, and I got tased, which just sucks. Ready? It really sucked, and I got sprayed with OC, pepper spray to my face, and I actually got sprayed a total of 6 times by the time that I finished my career. Now, some of you guys know that I work as a military police officer in the Marine Corps. So I went to a lot of places like, a lot of domestics, child abuse, rape, larceny, all that stuff. And also in Iraq, we used to use a lot of non-lethal tactics as well, using a beanbag and then using a lethal round and things like that. But anyways, guys, I gotta tell you, some people are really not understanding how the whole non-lethal tactics works. Some people think because they have OC, that OC is going to work very, very well. And I got to tell you guys, that is not the case. I've been in so many fights where the guy gets sprayed with OC and it's like nothing. I mean, you just pour pepper spray in the guy's face because he got into some type of domestic or he attacked you or whatever it was, and it's like nothing happened to that guy. Mainly some of the guys are either drunk in alcohol or maybe they're using some type of narcotics. Those guys are hyped up so much that OC is not going to do anything. So again, guys, you may find yourself in some type of confrontation with a bad guy trying to steal your money, trying to do something, home defense or home invasion because he's looking for drugs. And if you think you're going to spray that guy and that's going to stop that guy, it's definitely not going to happen. Now, I understand that some people want to have some type of non-lethal capability, but I got to tell you guys, everything that you have is a non-lethal capability in some kind of way. You could use your hands as non-lethal. I mean, you could get into a fight with a guy and punch him and actually get that threat away from you just because you punch him and he got a scare or whatever and he walked away from you. That was a non-lethal tactic. You could use a flashlight as a striking device. You could use your firearm as a striking device as well. A lot of times you could get that muzzle and hit somebody in the chest, and that guy is just going to run away. That guy is not going to be wanting to fight you or whatever. So again, guys, there's ways that you could utilize different items as non-lethal tactics or non-lethal device versus actually shooting a person. Like I said, you could use your firearm and instead of engaging a person, you could just strike him in the middle of the chest and maybe that guy is going to run away. Now, that does require a lot of training. That does require a lot of, expertise in a way. Like, you got to know what you're doing. And in order to get to that level, you do have to do a lot of training. Alright, guys, so I got to tell you, to answer the question, do I really think that you need to have OC, a taser, and things like that as part of your kit? I really don't think so. Unless you work in a gun-free zone, you don't really need, me personally, I don't really need a taser and OC. Now, if you want to have it, go ahead for it. I mean, you're going to have that capability there. If you ever have to use it, it is there for you to use. But at the same time, I kind of need you guys to understand that you may use that OC and that bad guy may continue running after you, may continue trying to attack you and do bad things to you. So you got to understand how that works. You got to understand that that OC and that taser, that tase may not have the effect that you want to have on that bad guy. So again, guys, I got to tell you the truth. Nothing's better than a gun. Typically, when a bad guy see a gun, that guy runs that way. And again, just because you draw that gun doesn't mean you have to engage a target. You know, in a lot of occasions, just by taking that gun out, it's pretty much gonna eliminate the fight, and that bad guy is gonna go whoa, and he's gonna walk away. But again, guys, if you ever draw that gun, make sure that you're alive. I mean, you are in fear of your life. I mean, you don't want to be pulling your gun for whatever reason. You may be facing some legal issues if you do that. Again, guys, like we always talk about in the channel, training, training, training. If you haven't done formal training, you may want to start saving up some money and doing some research in a good school so you could go out there and take some formal training from an instructor that could, you know, teach you techniques and way and train you in the proper techniques and you know, ways to deal with a situation like that. So I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think that we should use non-lethal tactics, or do you think we should have a pepper spray as part of our kit, or a taser, or a stun gun? Whatever you think, put it down in the comments. You know, maybe a baton or something like that. Definitely appreciate when you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and as always, guys, God is in control.